We jamming out? Yeah, we're jamming out. Just heard the like Call of Duty hit markers. Oh shit. I do like last minute streams like this. I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, but my social activities prior to this ended earlier, a little bit earlier than I thought they would. And I figure, because we're in Act 3 right now, we can't be too terribly far from the ending. So I got the itch. I was feeling, at the end of last stream last night with this, I was feeling pretty tired. Is the camera in a good spot? I can't, hang on a second. But I kind of wanted to finish it last night, but I just didn't have the energy really. So, but now I do. And I'm really enjoying this. The game, the aesthetic, the story, the experience has been pretty cool. So I wanted to definitely finish this sooner as opposed to later. So yeah, we're here with more Backbone. I don't know how much game there is left, but I don't have any work or commitment in the morning, so I'm going to just stay up if I have to and finish this. But yeah, Backbone. If you're watching this on YouTube, yeah, basically, I believe it's described as like a post-noir adventure, but I'm just basically summarizing it as Zootopia, but rated R. So there's a mystery that was unfolding. Some very dark, dastardly things are happening, and we're trying to figure out the who's, the whys, the hows, and hopefully bring those responsible to justice. So yeah, without further ado, continue our game. And I believe we are now in Science City. So, and also I like that I'm getting back into streaming. Yeah, Act 3, Artifact. So there's Project Artifact is what we're trying to investigate right now. Did you bring it? Yeah, check the glove box. You know how to use it? I do. That shit's gotten serious. Now we're getting a gun. Goody. Sometimes folks forget things in this cab. Things with serial numbers filed down. Crazy, right? Crazy. Drop me off at the Science City entrance, then wait on Granville. Granville? The parade's on today, remember? Main Street's too crowded for cabs, but I'll see if I can find an empty alley. But when Howie, stay safe. Science City. Shit got serious. Our partner here, Renee, I think she's been taken by, I forget the polar bear's name, but she's like the gal that runs the club, the Bite. And yeah, so time to blend in and keep a low profile. I need to find Eddie, whatever it takes. Gotta find the Eddie guy. Join the tour. The tour will start in a minute. Oh, jeez. All right. So yeah, because they have Renee, and now we're trying to basically like get on this tour of this place and find. I guess Eddie is he's like a biochemist or a bioengineer, something like that, and we think he knows about Project Artifact, but we think he might be playing both sides. He could possibly be persuaded. So, like I said, I'm also curious, based on choices or lack thereof, I'm curious if you can like severely fuck up the story or like miss evidence or anything. I don't know if you can do any of that. There's almost 30 trophies for this game, so there's wiggle room, I think. Anyway, let's join the tour. Welcome once again to Science City, where we imagine tomorrow. Please pay attention, do not attempt to leave the group, and enjoy. Follow me. I have a quick question. I will be encouraging questions after our first stop. Do not interrupt me. Sorry. Here we go. Here we have a stunning mosaic depicting the Great Shepherd, commissioned 10 years ago by the previous science minister. Let's discuss the symbolism of it. Aha. The split crook is a symbol from which the shepherd gets his name. The inner fire represents the shepherd's wrath over the unruly, and, of course, the scales of fate, with which he weighed each of his new proclamations. And behind it all, the glorious wall, the shepherd's great work, which, figuratively and literally, protects his followers from the malicious influences of the outside world. Yep. Before we move on, any questions? Was there something you didn't understand? What's up with the fruit? It represents the shepherd's love and understanding of nature. Grapes, pears, apples, all delicious, nurturing and native to the land. The cogs in the steam? I want lore. Cogs in the steam? That section depicts industry, the great work and scientific advancement our kinds are capable of. Or the toilets. I gotta sneak away a little real quick. There will be a scheduled bathroom break later in the tour. I'm good. Moving on. Next up, this bust was erected in honor of Harrison Jeffers, one of the founding committee for Science City and its principal planner. Very interesting. Of course, yes, of course. Jeffers was a lifetime devotee of sacred geometry and designed the interior architecture to mimic natural structures and processes. When is the scheduled toilet break? What else did he build? His most notable other works are the City Art Gallery and Sun Tower buildings. He was the most prolific architect of his generation. What's sacred geometry? It's the concept of recurring patterns found throughout the natural world. When used in architecture or design, it's said to evoke feelings of calm and wholeness. Also, is my audio okay? Of the natural world. When used in architecture or design. Alright, good. Audio's perfect. If anything, perhaps a tad bit too loud. Got it. Oh, I had a question. If it's a dog. Oh, I had a question. If our science gets advanced enough, will he be as powerful as the shepherd? Yeah, will we? Well now, in many ways we already are, given we all carry the shepherd within our hearts. Each technological advance is a shared glory. Makes perfect sense. Of course, there's a gift shop. There's plenty of fascinating sights to come, but don't forget to stop by the gift shop afterwards and commemorate the visit with a miniature replica of the building. Wouldn't it make more sense to exit through the gift shop? Look, I don't plan the tour route, okay? I just do the script. You want to take over? Can I buy a tour of the labs? So let's just head on. Everyone ready? Don't want to be too conspicuous. I'll find a moment to slink away, I'm sure. Ooh. Here you can see a perfectly scaled replica of the entire building. Besides the actual laboratories, you might notice the amenities for the families that live here, such as rooftop gardens and sports facilities. Are the families allowed to leave? Oh, this place is huge. Are the families allowed to leave? What? Of course. Although the facilities are such that they rarely need to, we spare no expense. John Hammond, alright? We spare no expense when it comes to those responsible for the scientific advancement of our city. Nice. I wanted to ask, how many people work and live here? Let's not say anything too conspicuous. Again, let's keep on the down low. Current residential population is 287, out of which 81 are working here. We have the means to accommodate more as our family grows, too. What a waste of living space. Again, let's keep a low profile. Moving on, this lab has been specially set up to give you an idea of what's going on the upper levels. It's a real working environment. But of course, it's only being used for routine calculations. Plenty of what we do here is very sensitive and potentially disturbing to the untrained eye, after all. So, how disturbing? I think I misspoke. It's just that experiments can often look intimidating when they're actually perfectly safe and controlled. Okay. Sure. Let's look closer at life within Science City. Have you ever wondered what one of our famous scientists' living quarters look like? I've always wondered. Well, now you can find out. Each room is full of experimental technology and appliances, being tested before being made available to the general public. Residents are being tested on. Can I see what their labs look like? Well, we just did. Fascinating. On we go. Again, asking the stupid obvious questions. Oh, the bathroom break. We'll now stop for a short refreshment break. The restrooms are around the corner. We'll resume the tour in 5 minutes sharp. I sometimes have bathroom issues. Don't wait up. Just catch up with us down the hall, sir. Or don't. Well, see ya. Cool. Very stringent, I guess. Alright, yeah, let's go. Gonna hide in the toilet until they leave, just like in good old school days. Sounds good. They're gone. Let's see if the elevator works. A plaque. Biochemistry labs are on floor 5. I'm coming, Eddie. Where are you? Well, we know... Can you go in each one of them? How much can I look is the question. Probably microbiology if I had to guess. Lab 1, testing. Testing lab. What are they testing in there? Doesn't matter. I have a gun. No security in this place with that gun, huh? Microbiology. So biology, but small. Botanical. Botanical research. People are terrible and plants are what? No one knows what Eddie works in any of these. Newspaper. Might have a read later. Poster. Nowhere is safe from this propaganda shit. Oh, to the garden. Do we know what Eddie looks like? I don't think we do. Nice place, though. Bethany. What is that? Chicory? Wish I had time for a cuppa. Are you lost? It doesn't look like you should be up here. Eddie Hun. I'm helping Eddie Hun. I'm new here, still waiting on the badge getting printed. Huh. Been a while since we admitted someone like you. Mom always told me I was 1 in a million. Which department? I'll be working with Eddie Hun. Oh, that's interesting. I know he's been stressed lately. I'm glad he's getting some help. Let's see. What's he like? He's respected, smart. I heard he's caught the eye of some powerful people recently. I just hope he knows how to handle it. Anything I should know about him? Not from me. What's life like here? We've got all the amenities. It's safe. People here have education, supposedly. What are you implying? Nothing you don't already know about yourself. Alright, then. Anyone I should watch out for? Huh, I'll let you figure it out yourself. That's part of the fun. Any tips for a newbie? Work hard, kiss ass, don't fuck up. That I can do. Alright. Be seeing you, I guess. About Coney. The great apes of high society. I see in the background the posters, the banners. Matthew. Howdy, you lost too? Oh, is he one of the tour guys? Me? How are you lost? I got separated from the tour group somehow. Not in trouble, am I? Not with me. Oh, would you like a photo, please? What, right now? Yeah, make sure to get the cool viewing shot. Better not. Sorry, I better not. Germs. Fair enough. I'll take one of myself. If only there was a cool name for that kind of photo. Not selfies, huh? Still photos? That's so rad. I'm totally using that from now on. Have at it. Alexander? Fine day for it, sir. Are you the gardener here? And proud of it. 3 years next week. Our green spaces have really come a long way in that time, if I might say so myself. You may say so yourself. Well, I started a synthetic repotting of the existing plants, but my main achievement is cross-pollinating program. What does that involve? Making tiny little plant mutants. No, that sounds scary. Basically, I'm making crossbreeds of various kinds of plants. Sounds very big brain. I'm not technically a botanist, but, you know, I dabble. With plants, you just have to feel it and listen to them. Can you get bad plant mutations? Nothing will grow huge and try to eat you. Nope, I think. I'm pretty confident. Don't sound confident. There's a method to it, but it's also a bit of an art. Plants have feelings, unlike atoms or gravity. Glad you're so passionate. Other scientists here look down on me, but I get to spend all day working with plants, so the joke's on them. Do you know Eddie Hun? I really don't go in for gossip. I just focus on the green people. This isn't gossip, it's important. Sorry, sir. Even if I knew who the guy was, I really try to mind my own business. That's okay. Alright, well, worth a shot. Oh? Sniff the flowers? If I start, I won't be able to stop. What? Eddie? Oh, shit, did we find him? Pardon me. I'm on my break. Dr. Hun, I'd like to get some advice. I am, but I don't have time to babysit. You're a real inspiration to me. Yeah? What exactly about my work has inspired you, boy? Heard that you're catching the eye of the higher-ups. Maybe you didn't know, but spreading baseless gossip is liable to cost you more than a demotion to toilet cleaner. You got it, Eddie. He just walked off. Infiltrate Eddie's lab. Well, we know what he looks like now, at least. The wall looks beautiful today. Yeah, but what's out there? What's past the wall? You think I'd at least change outfits, right? Fishies. Alright. Where did he go? Oh, he's in one of these labs. Not botanical. Read the newspaper? Gotta stop and smell the flowers and occasionally read the paper. Or we trying to wait to see like where he comes out of. Aha. Probably testing, right? I knew it was one of those two. Say to pop. He's alone. My chance. Threaten Eddie. Oh. I have a gun. Open the door. Oh, shit. Just going right in, huh? Sit down. One sound and you're dead. Is this necessary? What do you want? Shut the fuck up. Oh, okay. Cable. Restrain. Alright. Answer my questions. Understand? Yes. Plants. What are these plants? It's basic sea algae. I'm testing its photosynthesis properties. What am I looking at here? A new virus, perhaps? It's a plant cell. The green clumps are merely nucleus and chloroplast. Butchering all this shit. What are these machines for? Well, one is my radio. The other is a signal generator. Well, let's see if I can get the truth out of you. Huh? Oh, there we go. Who are you? It's none of your business. I ask, you answer. Okay, just don't get angry if the answers don't fit conveniently together. What's Project Artifact? Where did you invent such a fanciful name? You spilled it while getting drunk at the bite. Where? Well, it sounds ludicrous. If there is any such project going on here, I'm sure I'm not privy to it. Do you want to get hurt? No, I do not. I also really, honestly don't know what you're talking about. What's your connection to Clarissa Bloodworth? Connection? I've never met her. Then how does she have blackmail on you? What? You're the only one with an unhealthy interest in me. It'll get unhealthy for you if you don't help me. I'm doing the best I can. Please, what can I say? What can I say? Clarissa wants something you got in this lab. Why would she? I would have no idea about it. I don't consort with criminals. So you know she's a criminal. How? I don't know. I've heard about her, but I've never met her. But you certainly met Gina. Who? Don't play stupid. I'm sorry it doesn't fit nicely with your conspiracy theory, but I'm telling the truth. What's your relationship to the science minister? I'm just a research scientist. Why would I have a relationship with him? Because he asked you to keep a secret. If he did, and I told you he didn't, would you believe me anyway? You take secret orders from him directly. No, there are strict protocols here. Chief Tanner has final oversight. I have a copy of a report you made directly and only to the minister. What? How? I mean, sure, of course he gets copies of my reports. It's not like he replies. The minister warned you to never reveal what he's researching. Look, I'm doing important work here. Work that will help us fight disease, understand our bodies. I'm just doing my job. I'll be the judge of that. I'm being honest with you. Eddie, I know you're not telling the truth. What? Don't be ridiculous. I've told you everything I know. Please, be rational. The simplest explanation is usually the true one. Clarissa and the science minister are using you. I don't understand what you're saying. Clarissa has blackmail on you. You write reports about Project Artifact to the minister directly. Come on. You do seem to have been quite resourceful in your research. Very well. Perhaps there is something I've truly not considered. What does Clarissa have on you? You know how it goes. It's my own damn fault. What did you do, Eddie? Look, I love my wife. I never acted on it, but I developed feelings for Gina. It was devouring me inside, so I told her. So Clarissa knows. But there was no evidence. No, but a seed of doubt in my wife's mind would be just as harmful. I thought about what I stood to lose. My family, and I decided it wasn't worth the risk. What'd you deal with Clarissa? I feed her updates on any big discoveries here in the lab. And you tell her the truth? I never give her the full story, just enough to remain above suspicion. I fill my reports with technical details she can never understand. You shouldn't underestimate her, Eddie. I know she's smart, but the data she gets from me, it would take a decade of studying biochemistry to fully understand. I get it. You're making the best of a bad situation. It's not much, but I do what I can. These charlatans will bring ruins to us all. What are you researching here? I'm trying to reverse engineer the artifact. What is it? It's technology that has far-reaching social implications. Do you really want the technical details? Of course I fucking do. The artifact has the potential to rewrite the definition of a kind. I think it can be used to safely reconfigure the DNA expression of a living being. Reconfigure into what? It's going to be easier if I show you. I don't know if I can trust you. I'm not an action hero. I'll show you the artifact because I want your information. It's a mutually beneficial exchange. Untie me. There's a secret entrance behind the shelf to the left. Alright, Eddie, you be cool, Eddie. Jesus. Oh, fuck, alright. Lizards. Ah, yes, my lizards. What are you doing to them? Might be easier to explain by showing you what happens to them. I think I think they're awesome. I hope it doesn't upset you to learn that they're valuable research specimens. Get to the point, Eddie. Hopefully this guy doesn't inject me with anything. A weird skull? Fascinating, is it not? What is this? We don't know exactly. Oh, the skull up there? It's like a human skull, almost. Evolution is not really my speciality, but it's clearly a significant find. How is it significant? It's either some kind of an ancestor or an extinct kind. Never seen anything like it before. Show me the artifact. So is this whole thing about, like, evolving to the point of human? And that's like, because I thought the shepherd looked very humanoid. So maybe that's what this is like, evolution either went back into animals or this is like before human evolution. Lizard man. Oh, Lord. This is Daryl 5. Very Resident Evil. Eddie, what the ever-living fuck am I looking at here? This is what the minister has me working on. I thought you were a biochemist. No offense, but it's going to take a lot of explaining. Start explaining. We're experimenting with recombinant DNA, splicing species. Daryl 5 is a combination of a lizard and a canine. Why? It's the artifact. I control it. I teach it. What's the artifact? You can see for yourself. It's there in the hazmat tent. What the fuck? Quarantine dome. Jesus. Yeah, don't let him get behind you, man. The artifact is highly sensitive, but it's kept in a carefully controlled and protected environment. Why does it need so much protection? It's the greatest scientific puzzle and opportunity of our time, and I alone get to study it. What did you learn about it so far? It's advanced organic biotechnology. It rapidly reforms organisms, but we haven't figured out its patterns or intent yet. Jesus. Who found it? I don't know. I'm as in the dark as you about exactly where it was found. Who could have made it? I have my own private theories, but it's pointless to speculate. Alright. That's not easy to look at, just so you know. I'll cope. Just be careful. Don't touch anything. There's still so much we don't know about how it reacts to stimuli. Oh, Lord. He said don't touch anything. Uh-oh. Oh! Well, shit. Good job, buddy. Oh, fuck. Am I going to evolve? What the fuck? What? New objective. Find Anatoly. Oh, I'm out of the lab. What the fuck? Well, that's during the parade. I've been down the street before. What the fuck happened? I'm worried for our buddy here. There's the shepherd. Ah, yes, Progress Day. The music is not making me... It's not putting me at ease or anything. What the fuck? Everything's getting all warbly. Love this music, though. The parade floats are changing. The taxis. Me talking to Renee, phoning, and I see the kids over there. What the? Whoa! I like this. What the fuck? Oh, and the whole... Oh, and it turned... Dude, this is awesome visual. This is really cool. Reality's distorting. What the fuck? What does it all mean? Who are the other raccoons? Yeah, this visual is sick, man. Raccoons eating... Oh, I'm being eaten by a raccoon. Call mom. What the fuck? I got some family trauma, clearly. What the hell does some of this mean? Oh, there he is. I'm not gonna attack him, am I? Oh, shit. Oh. Anatoly. Damn. I did not see this being the direction the game goes in at all. Adoptosis. What the fuck? Act 3 done. Artifact. We change, but we change nothing. I'm in my apartment. Time moves through you and you stand still. You are alone. I don't like being alone. Nobody will ever understand you. You are just a projection inside their heads. I want to be moved. Nothing moves you anymore. All the people you thought you were are long dead. Every day you die anew. You felt all there is to feel. I imagine her moving me. Her face is covered in a thin red veil. Her black, gaping mouth is laughing at you. How silly, how small, how insignificant. What is my purpose? To change, and to change nothing. I don't want to change. There's always a last time that you see everyone. There's always a never again. I exist again. What the... Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Meet people or spend time alone. Make a plan? What the fuck? Mattress. Stale smell of damp ground and sweat. Where am I? Mirror. What the fuck? The sole purpose of my existence is... Oh, the... What, that's talking to me? Sole purpose of my existence is so you can gaze upon yourself through me. I'm here for you. I will always be here for you. Gaze upon myself. Your face looks different. Your body is transforming. You are a being stuck in perpetual becoming. You don't recognize yourself, but that's all right. Try to recognize myself. Not much is left of the person you once were. Some parts are still there, lingering. Echoes in the caverns deep down that pronounce, I am, I am, I am. Nobody can hear you scream. Who am I? You are me. I am you. This is going fucking wild right now. Refocus the gaze. Take another look. Tell me what you think. My back? Multiple bulbous tumors are tearing through your shirt, pulsating, hungering for control over your lean, dehydrated flesh vessel. Listen to the tumors? The flesh speaks again, but in a language you can't understand. Smell them? Every person has a distinct scent. Yours is different now. There's something new commanding your being in yet unknown directions. Touch them. Wet, malleable, greasy tissue. Your fingers make indentations on its doughy exterior. Something inside of it is pushing back with force. Refocus the gaze. Take another look. Let me know what you think. My face. Scars of lives lived, paths taken, words pronounced. The newborn flesh is ripping through the seams, discovering the boundaries of what it means to be you. Deep into my eyes. Your dilated pupils reflect dim light coming from the opening in the tent. Your irises are unstable, liquid spheres of muddy color. Touch my face. Your fingers stick to the surface of your cheek, tissue stretching as you rip out a small patch of flesh. It immediately grows back. I know who I am. This will not last. Jesus, fuck. Refocus the gaze. Take another look. Let me know what you think. Stumble away. Goodbye, old friend. I will see you again when skies reach the horizon. Oh, Jesus. Go outside. Howie, you're finally awake. You had me worried. You've been out for 2 days. Anatoly. Take it easy. What in the shepherd's name was that, man? What the fuck is that thing on your back? I don't know what happened. Where are we? We're under the bridge now. I'm on friends. No one knows we're here. What's happening to me? You've been in and out with a bad fever. What's that thing on your back? I don't know. I don't know shit. How does it feel? It's pulsating. Dear me. I wouldn't know it was there if I hadn't seen it. What the fuck, dude? How did this happen? I was infected by an organism in a... I mean, no reason to lie right now. Sure. You must still have a fever. How can I help? How did we get here? Through the sewers. I found you in the alley near a dead body, but there was no weapon or anything. You were totally out of it. Did I kill Anatoly? Let's talk about this later, okay? You're gonna be alright. Better not to worry. Poor Anatoly. I was worried Anatoly might be like a double agent or something, but he was just a nice guy with a family. I know the narrative would be to blame myself, but it's this thing that killed him, like for real, for real. It's this thing. It killed him. What do you mean? This thing. It pierced him. Howard, it's not your fault. Please, I want to help you. I'm so sorry. He was my friend. I don't understand. I know, but I'm also your friend. It's gonna be alright. We'll figure it out together. We'll stand back before this thing pierces you too. It's trying to feed. I don't know what to do. It's honestly best if we don't talk about this right now. You're still in shock. I don't want to make it worse. Are you hungry? I fucked it. I fucked everything up. Calm down, Howie. We're together and we're safe. I gotta get out of here. Gotta warn her. Who? About what? It's all connected. The minister, the secret lab, or... doesn't know what's going on. Just this thing, it's not safe. You're babbling. Take it easy. How about a nap? I need to get some air. I can't breathe. Take it slow. It's safe here. Who's Renee? How do you know her name? You talk in your sleep. I was about to say. I'm scared, Larry. Listen, we'll figure out what to do later. Sun will go down soon. Maybe get a fire started. Can you walk? Sure. I'll rustle up the starter fuel. Can you get some firewood? Ask people at the camp where to find it. Probably. It's Are there people out there? Probably. That's all I'm good for now. Stop moping. While you're at it, look around and get to know folks. Is it going to be a new home for a while? What if I hurt someone? You won't. I'm alright, see? I gotta go run some errands away from camp. We'll make a plan together later. I promise. Sure, a plan. We'll figure this out as a team. I'll take care of you, but I need to do a thing first. Now go find some wood. Make sure it's dry. How do I know I can trust you 100%? But okay, why not? Seems like a nice guy. Ugh, Jesus. Oh, fuck it. I'm probably back in the... Oh, under the bridge, that's right. Jesus. Yeah, I would never in a million years have guessed this is where this fucking game is going. Casey. Hey, I'm Howard. Nice to meet you. Hey, Howard. I'm Casey. You been here long? Long enough. Did Larry tell you about me already? Mm-hmm. Well, nice meeting you. Same. Sorry, I'm just very tired. I know the feeling. I never know which direction to walk in first. Hey, oh, they got a little community here, though. Dio. Oh, you're the sick guy. Welcome. Name's Dio. Howard's the name. That's good. Do more of that. Introduce yourself to folks. No one likes a pariah. Everyone here seems to be nice. No, but we are who we are. Sooner you accept that, the better. Anything I can do to help? I don't know. Do something positive. Make connections. I'm not your fucking mom. Do you know Rose Klemenko? How do you know about Rose? And don't fucking lie to me. I will know, and I will fuck you up. I was searching for her and the other missing girls. Why? For whom? Speak straight, boy. For your partner, Renee. She's an investigative journalist. And what were you investigating exactly? Clarissa Bloodworth and what she did to the... her connection to the apes. Man, someone has their... Sorry if anybody can hear that. Jesus. Car's just pumping the bass right now. Clarissa Bloodworth and her connection to the apes. Well, you're a shitty investigator then. How so? I'm a scavenger. I get people over the wall. Rose is safe. Clarissa's the one sponsoring the whole operation. What? Rose is safe. What does that mean? She's alive. That's all I can tell you. What is there over the wall? That's not something I'd tell anyone. Sorry. Maybe you'll find out for yourself one day. What about Leslie Pham or May Louder? Leslie's with Rose. May didn't make it. Fuck. I know. Can't you tell Florence? It kills me, but no. For Rose's safety, she can't know. One slip and that'll be it. I'm glad Rose is okay. Yeah, every person out of this shithole's a huge achievement. Man, that is disturbingly loud. Thank fucking God. Nope, it's still going. Jesus Christ. Yeah, every person out of this shithole's a huge achievement. Clarissa's funding you? We have a deal with her, yeah. She helps get the people out. So you're getting funding from criminals. I don't give two shits about where the money comes from, as long as I can go outside and help people. I'm not sure what to say. Then don't say anything. I'm not going to discuss my moral compass with you. Get fucked if you don't like it. Do other folks here know about what you do? No. It's not often, but sometimes a girl will wait here until stuff is ready. People know not to ask. And that's trust. It's trusting of them. That's trusting of you. Not really. I don't leave shit to chance. Can you take me outside the wall? No. Don't ask why. In fact, stop asking so many questions. I'm just curious. And I don't have the time for that. So you've helped other people escape too. Not as many as I'd like. It's a risky process. What is the process? The hardest part is convincing people that it'll work. Then we find a window of opportunity. Why do people want to escape over the wall? To get away from bigotry, violence, poverty. Mostly these things, yeah. Must be super hard on you. Sounds like you're their only chance. It's just something I have to do. Still, must be super hard on you. Huh. You're right. It is. Not sure anyone's ever acknowledged that. Maybe I didn't even. Well, thanks. Felt good to talk about it, actually. Do you know where I can find some firewood? Keep on heading left. It's not exactly a forest, but you'll find it. Nice to meet you. Oh, Dio's a good guy. Doing the hard work. At least we have some answers. A dry tree. Anything behind the dry? Nope. Ugh. How big is this thing gonna get? Oh. All tuckered out, huh? Damn. Out like a light. Death is coming to us all. No reason to be uncool about it. I'm pretty chill about it, actually. It's not like you have a choice. Of course I have a choice. Are you sure? Yes. Interesting. I know you better than anyone, and yet I can't tell if you're lying. All the answers. Oh, I love games like this. You don't know me. Nobody does. You can never truly know anyone, most of all yourself. Time to wake up. I exist again. You know, I gotta at least see what the... It's not gonna do anything, but I gotta at least see what's making this fucking racket. Just fucking disrespectful is all. Like, fuck me. Like, not to go on a rant about it or anything, but it's like, I mean, there's a difference between, like, playing music in your driveway lightly or something, but, like, They got the bass so it's like maxed the fuck out, and it's just reverberating on the walls. Like, I hope people aren't. I mean, I know there's like a kid next door to me. I hope nobody's raising fucking children in the neighborhood or like little babies or something. But I mean, it's the weekend. I can't be too salty. But like, fuck me. It's just whatever. It is what it is. I'm just turning into an old white dude at this point. All right. Well, a lot of time has passed. It's rainy, so I don't know if we're starting a fire. I can still run. Never looked off to the right. Who's over here? B? Hey, new guy. Excuse me, but are you okay? I don't know. Okay, then. I'm just doing my scales. Can't talk. Toot you later. Toot toot. A little tuba by the river. Looks well used. Smells kind of good, actually. Yeah, fire pit does smell good. Hey, Larry. How's it going? Got wood? I see your sense of humor hasn't changed. What can I say? I'm your rock. Steady and dependable. People here seem wary of me. I never appreciated you enough. That's not easy to say, but so much has changed since we shared a bunk bed in the dorm. It's okay. I know. Wish you could meet Renee, though. Like your addiction? Like your addiction? For information, I'm doing good. I'm in control again. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, bro. Thanks, Howie. It's not easy, but I feel like I have a family now. I want to stay good. For them. Speaking of which, I need a plan for what comes next. You should get that detective shit up. Bad for your health. Sorry for all the voice. Bad for your health. Larry, I have to see this through. I can't stop now. No? Because it feels like you're always finding an excuse to ditch me. Just like back then when you wanted to live with a girl and I had to move out. Larry, I'm sorry for that, but this really is different. You're really wrapped up in some deep shit, huh? Nice mixed metaphor, and yes. Can you write it out? I mean, it really looks like you need a doctor. I don't think a doctor can help with what I've got. I know you're sick. Getting all worked up isn't going to help with whatever you got going on. It's not that. It's about what I need to do. Look, let's just get through tonight. Tomorrow we can figure out a plan for whatever you want to do. You promised we'd talk tonight. It's late already. Can't we just chill by a nice warm fire? We both need to relax. Fine, but I'm getting out of here tomorrow. Guess I should have kept looking. My bad. Always feel bad when I accidentally advance the plot in a game before, like, actually thoroughly exploring. You again. You again. You again. I am what I am. You are what you are. I am my past. I am my thoughts. Past or thoughts? I am my past. And what is it made of? Anguish and confusion. Really? All of it? Not all of it, but most of it. Soon it won't matter. Change sweeps you away when you least expect it. And then you've changed. But you change nothing. I exist again. Huh. Whatever this thing is, it's clearly intelligent. Well, before we wake him up, let's check outside. Hey, you trying to sneak out on me? You just looked so cozy. Yeah, I'm a regular snuggle bug. You can sleep in tomorrow. Sure. Let's talk. What happened to you and what's our plan? You want to know everything? Yeah, share the weight, dude. Bloodworth is killing people, and apes eat them. What? Is that a metaphor? I followed the trail and there's some fucked up research at the Science City. Like what? Some kind of DNA splicing, and something got into me. Fuck. You know, I always got your back, but I'm out of my depth here. How can I help? Can you track Renee Wilson down? I can ask around my usual contacts. A few of us keep our ears to the ground and trade rumors, but do you have any leads for me? She has a bolt hole near Alberni Street. I don't know the exact address. She could be hiding. She'll be asking around after me. I can ask around, but I can't promise anything. What's she look like anyway? She's a fox, young, pretty, usually wears green. Okay, I'll see what I can do. You might owe some slightly unusual people a big favor, though. Can you get me some meds to treat my condition? I don't know, man. I got a few sources, but do you even know what's wrong with you? No, but antibiotics could help. I can try and rustle something up, but maybe ask Roger? He's a doctor. We need to find a way to let people know what's happened to me. And then what? Even if they believe you? That's up to them. I've done my part. If you say so. What'll it be? I can only do one thing today, but we might try again tomorrow. Try to find Renee, first and foremost. I'll ask the usual suspects, but I really can't promise anything. You're a true friend, Larry. I'm glad to be. Wish me luck. In the meantime, get to know folks. Maybe help prepare the group dinner tonight. You sure I'm invited? Of course. You're one of us now. You should help them out while I'm gone. All right, see you later, Larry. Jesus. So just attend to group dinner, wait for Larry to return, meet people or spend time alone. Definitely meet people. Jesus. What a day, huh? Roger. Hello, young fellow. I'm Roger Oh, nice Blade Runner reference. Sick. I'm Roger Batty. Pleasure to meet you. Hey, I'm Howard. Forgive me for being blunt, but I'm a doctor. What's the nature of your affliction? Never seen anything like it. Cough, cough. Can I see? What did... I'm not sure. It's complicated. I'm happy to hear if you ever want an ex-professional opinion. Cough, cough. Better to have these things checked out. Why are you coughing, man? You don't sound too good yourself. Yes, I'm rather afraid I've come down with a respiratory condition. Is it serious? No, nothing, a few botanicals and some rest won't fix. Can I help? That'd be very kind of you. I've got my hands full with everyone else's requests. I'm yours to command. I think a cup of tea would do me good, but I need some herbs. You can find them in a foresty area nearby and on the farm. Joshua was just about to go. You can keep him company. Want to go on an adventure, old Joshua? Dude, I'm not fucking 12. I don't mind doing it by myself. Come on, Joshua. It'll do you both good. What exactly do you need? Calendula, thyme, and sage. Okay. Who else is there? I guess I can't talk to anybody right now, can I? Oh, a geezer. The geezer regards you somewhat warily. Regard the geezer patiently. The geezer ruffles its tail feathers and looks more obliquely at you. I am friend. Remain still, stare into her eyes. Try talking. I am friend. The geezer huffs gently in acknowledgement and settles calmly onto its haunches and makes what can only be described as a raspy purring sound. Reach out to pet the geezer? Staring deeply into your eyes, the geezer extends her neck a little to place her head under your palm. She woofs in contentment as you gently scratch the back of her head. Sit with the geezer and notice the world together. Geezer pleaser? Hell yeah, geezers are people too, and you treated them all with the respect they deserved. That's great. Yeah, because I was nice to the first geezer too. Some geezers sit at the edge. Let's get the botanicals first real quick. You're not gonna run? Alright. Yeah, I really like the writing in this game and the little moments. And this game actually gets way more philosophical than I thought it was going to get. And dark and intense. Come on, man, let's go. What? We're going. We're going to the garden for the... Yeah, there's time. You're not gonna talk to me, are you? Calendula. Is it Sage was the last one? We can chat, of course. So, what the fuck is that thing on your back? Wish I fucking knew. Cool. Welcome, I guess. Thanks. Happy to be here. Cool. I'm just gonna chill here. Don't tell Dad I'm smoking. I could do with the smoke, I guess. Sure. There you go. You happy here? It's a bit lonely, but it's the best place for me. Why are you guys here in the first place? There's trouble in the city for us. And here's pretty good, though, huh? Yeah. Sometimes I wander into the city and it just seems so crowded. Everyone looks angry. Where'd you grow up? I was too young to remember. Dad doesn't like to talk about it. Your dad doesn't know you smoke? I don't think so. He wouldn't like it. So why do you do it? I don't know. Something to do. Not my place to judge. Just don't be a snitch. Alright. Sit alone. Tempting. But there's one last thing I need. Isn't there? One last ingredient? I thought. Maybe he has it? Dio? Hey, Howard. How are you? All the better. It's not bad, all things considered. I woke up this morning. I love that. It's true. I'm kind of beautiful. Looking for some sage. Growing any? Sure. Basically a perennial here. What you got in mind? Helping Roger with his cough. Keeping myself busy. Ah, his tea. Sure. He seems skeptical. Am I that transparent? I don't want to pry. What's the gossip? It just seems odd to me. The guy's a doctor. Never known one who believed in holistic medicine. Maybe he's trying something new. Maybe. Maybe it's a smokescreen. For what? Maybe he's more ill than he lets on, but doesn't want to worry Josh. What if he's fake? Maybe he's never a doctor in the first place. People have told bigger lies. Maybe he didn't get the qualifications or something. Is he dying? Okay, I think you're spiraling now. That's enough about Roger. You want the sage anyway? Yeah, it can't do any harm. A few stems, no problem, bro. Get going. I'll ask to help in a minute. Let me do one task at a time here. What? Did I make it? Joshua didn't come back with you? He's still hanging out in the woods. Oh yeah? Doing what? Smoking that sweet cig. Looking at birds and trees? Ah, he's good. Despite his dad. You don't seem so bad as dads go. I like to think so too, but what could you possibly be basing your assumption on? Wouldn't it be hard to run away, and he stayed with you? Good judge of character. Detective's instinct. I'm not sure that's what it usually is used to detect. Listen, compared to my dad, you're clearly a saint. Oh, I'm sorry if you had a tough upbringing. And thank you. Alright, tea time. Hope it helps. Thank you, Howard, and for spending time with Josh. Of course. How's the gardener doing? Music's nice and calming, though. Of course, let's get dirty. Alright, where do I start? Relaxing, just doing some pruning. I find it funny that even despite everything going on, I'm still wearing the tie. Like, you think you would have taken that off. What do you make of this place? Good people, secluded spot. I don't spend loads of time here, but yeah, it works. You gonna anyone need to watch out for? No, they all have their quirks, but they're harmless. Ryan can be a bit bigoted, but he's working on it. No one's perfect, but we can get better. My sentiments exactly. Forward momentum is all that counts. How you doing, Casey? Hey, how you settling in? I'm working on it. Oh. I have unfinished business. Hey, most of us do. Sometimes it's best to just let that old life go. I'm not sure I can do that. Anyway, cheer up. Everyone needs some help sometimes. You have too much today? Not really. I get tired easy. Oh, because what, Casey's a sloth? Is that the joke? What makes you tired? It's called chronic fatigue syndrome. Imagine just never knowing when you'll need an emergency nap. Shit. That must be difficult, I'm sorry. It's not ideal. Sometimes I have good days, but hey, my mind is always active. How do you keep it busy? I love riddles. I think about life. I notice things. How did you end up here? Fatigue got me fired. Couldn't pay rent. Then one day, Bay tripped over me, and boom. How did that happen? She makes little sightseeing trips sometimes. Keeps her eyes out. Guess I caught her fancy. And she hasn't found you? Died freezing in a gutter? Nah, I'm lucky. You want some company? If you're not busy, sure. Come notice things with me. Tell me what's on your mind, or don't. I would love to. Let me just turn up fan on. It's getting stuffy in here. All right. Yeah, I think I need that. Really? Yay. Yeah, sure. I like that idea, though. Come notice things with me. Wait, what? That's it? Oh, okay. Carla. Well, you must be the Howard my little ones keep bothering me about. I'm sorry about whatever's happened to you. Happening. I'm Carla. These little terrors are Hugo and Esme. They always get excited when there's someone new in camp. You handling the kids on your own? Whatever makes you say that? Sorry, I have a habit of assuming the worst. Happens, you're right. But it wasn't his fault. What happened? He passed away. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. It could be worse. The Bubbas have a big family to bounce around. People help out. I feel lucky considering. Tell me about the Bubbas. Esme is destined to be a singer. She never stops. She's actually not that bad. Hugo, he lives in Esme's shadow. Time will... Oh, there's some typos I've noticed throughout a lot of the script, too. Time will tell. I'll be on my way. And tell me if these two bother you too much. They couldn't possibly. Love the Roy Batty reference here, though, for sure. Ryan. Hey, Harry. It's Howard. Sure it is. You want in on this action? Let's play. Put your butt in the seat, boy. And go easy on me. Just took it easy for a day. Notice things. Hey, Howard. Ready for dinner? Everything okay? You look worried. No, gosh, I'm fine. Let's just sit by the fire and enjoy our family dinner. Wait, where's Larry? I'm not sure. He might turn up later. You don't sound so confident. I'm afraid it's not unheard of. He has a history of substance abuse. What does that have to do with anything? I'm rather afraid it's a present issue. How often does this happen? Periodically. I don't know, once a month. Not many folks here have guessed it, but as a doctor, I can't help but notice some of the symptoms. I can't hear about this right now. Let's have this damn dinner. Yeah, can't help it to be on my control, but that also tracks for people that have, people that struggle with addiction. I'm sure he's still looking. But it can go either way. It's good to have just a little moment like this and not worry too much. DMC'd. Also, I gotta make an edit. This is gonna bug the shit out of me if I don't. The chase for the state or reaction, not everyone claims. Did I fix it? Yeah, I fixed it. Good. It's what I've been missing. Let's soak in the moment. I do like games like this, especially when the games have little like moments like this. It's funny because it feels like the shot's zooming in, but it's not. But the water coming back at you makes it feel like it's slowly going in. Is what I've been missing. Oh, the warmth of parents' gaze is what kept me going. The hearth of parents' house, what I've been yearning for. Oh, the warmth of parents. Nice. Oh. Oh, great. Here we go. They found me. Oh, shit. I'm running. Oh, dive into the water. Oh, shit. Oh, man, tripped. Oh, no. What if this thing attacks them for me? Probably not. Damn. Well, I tried. Show us yourself. Like an artifact is like, Legion. What have you been? What are you? What have you aspired to become? I'm a person. I'm what others see in me. That is just a small fraction of your externalized identity. What does it mean? To truly know, to truly show someone every facet of what makes you, you. This is impossible. I don't even know what I am. How could someone else? Love yourself through the love of others. Know yourself through the small rituals of truth. We are all one, breathing in unison, rhythmically becoming, pulsating. I am, I am, I am. We are, we are, we are. We. Holding cell? The hell are we? Can't see any way to get it open. This is where I woke up, unfortunately. This is not a bucket. A locked door. I can't see anything through the keyhole. Hear people walking around. Clearly I'm under observation. Where am I? What's this fucking container? What? Oh, here we... I'm under observation. Hello, Clarissa. You're awake. Your turn to make the tea. Ha! All this technology here and no kettle. My apologies. What happens next? We're going to run some tests on you. I'm afraid the artifact you're carrying is more valuable than you are now. Was this all part of your plan? Not at all, darling. I would have preferred both you and the artifact in separate pieces each, but plans change. I adapt. Is what makes me strong. So what is this thing you want so badly? It's a symbiotic organism that splices its own genetic code with the host and rapidly expresses the new code. And now, in my hands, it's safe. Your hands aren't safe. They're dripping with the blood of innocence. No one I've dealt with has been truly innocent. But yes, I've had to take some extreme measures. In my family, it's expected. You could have broken the cycle. Darling, things don't change by breaking them. You have to steer them in other directions. Like how you steered those young girls over the wall. I took care of them. I helped them start a new life. What's your plan for the artifact? I'll find a use for it. It's none of your concern. You want the power to change people's bodies. What I want is to prove that what you're born as doesn't matter, that bodies can change, and it's actions that earn power. The apes will figure you out. You'll be the main course for dinner. Ha! You overestimate them. They're just a bunch of weak minds born into strong bodies, terrified of losing their inherited power. This isn't going to work how you think. I had better get going, Howard. I'm genuinely sorry it worked out this way. Clarissa, wait. Well, so much for that. Listen in. I think I hear someone just outside. Doesn't smell like Clarissa. Belle. It's nothing personal, but I'm not supposed to talk to you. Are you a doctor? To put it simply, no. I'm a scientist. What kind of... What kind... At least tell me why I'm here. So we can run some tests on you. That's all I know. For Clarissa. You do everything for her, so Clarissa doesn't trust you, huh? She does. I just didn't ask. Not everything in my business. Not everything is my business. But I'm sorry you're in this situation. So let me out. I sincerely hope you survive the tests. But what happens then isn't up to me. It could be. Do the right thing. I'd best get back to my preparations. Wait! Alright. Now what? Small table. Empty shelf for a small table. Not exactly useful. Even if I could figure something out, I'm under surveillance. I could just give up and wait. No, not yet. What's that smell? Shit, I think it's coming from the vents. Are they gassing me? Well, I'm out. Oh shit, now oh, here we go. Body horror. Oh, grab the pen, quick. She must have dropped this. It's mine now. She dropped it on purpose, or... Belle, wait! Oh, you're awake already? Seems like the anesthetic is not very effective on you. I'll use more next time. Why? What are you saying? More painkillers. I can't. We need to start another test. I'm really sorry. This will change you too. Oh shit. Oh, in my head? Oh, Lord. Oh, no. This is the origin story of Rocket Raccoon, isn't it? Picking and prodding and poking and scant. I can hear myself screaming. Man, like I said, I never would have guessed this is the way the plot is going, but I'm here for it. The transformation became undone, and everything reverts back to discomfort and uncertainty, the true state of all things. Things that were done to us. We bursted into this new identity, and we have to bear the brunt of losing it. Maybe we pushed too hard and damaged the shell that kept everything together, that gave us a definition. We are alone. All we have is ourselves. There is no longer movement, just stillness of passing through time, waiting for the end, for the borders to shift, for the start of a new purpose. There will be none. We demand a purpose. We keep reaching into the past, our limbs sliding through the centuries of slimy gunk, feeling for bits of trauma and events that could somehow elaborate on our anguish. There are answers somewhere. The questions bring pain. Nothing stays the same. No one knows anything. We become. Feels like we're being assimilated. Book. Talk to the book? Of course. Beyond Walls by Heise Chaffetz. Thanks, Belle. Back of the book blurb. What are walls? The ones that surround us, physically and emotionally. And how do we break free? Physicist and award-winning writer Chaffetz makes a blisteringly innovative investigation into the true nature of happiness. Open the cover. There's a handwritten note on the first page. To Belle. Hope this little book helps light a spark when you're in the deepest dark. C.B. Open to the middle. A page fell out. Take a look. It's just come unglued. That's the problem with mass market paperbacks. Pocket it. I'll hang on just in case. Put the book down. Not the kind of escapism I had in mind, but it's better than nothing. Listen in. I hear footsteps pacing. Knock. Good morning. How are you feeling? What are the test results saying? I haven't yet had time to do any analysis. I'm sorry, but there will be more. This is hard for you too, isn't it? Yes. The data is totally out of... Oh, you mean emotionally. You're not on your own. I'm here. That's not... You shouldn't be trying to... I mean, I'm fine, but... Thanks. An unexpected reaction. We all have our weights to bear. Yes. As to yours, how does it feel? I'm getting used to it, but I can't think straight. Interesting. We should really have a psychologist or neurologist here to study you at the same time. I need to feel a breeze on my face, please. I'll open a window so you can have some fresh air. Fresh air. That's really gonna help. The pitter-patter. Geezer! Hey! Fuck yeah! Geezer, what's up, my dude? Honk. You got something for me? Honk. A note. Perfect. Howard, if this reaches you, I am where I found you on your ass at 9 every night. I showed the geezer your photo, told him to check the unusual places. I'm sorry I didn't come back that day. I was being followed. I'm worried about you. I've asked around, but you're holding out on me. Hope we can have tea together again soon. Can you take her back my reply? I have a blank page. Oh, perfect. Oh, cool. It's all Clarissa and Science Ape. I don't have long left. Information is the best. It's all Clarissa and Science Ape. Ape had organic sample. He was cloning from it. It got into me, but I'm fighting. That's all I've got space for. That's enough. Oh, Thanks, friend. Fly safe. Oh, to you too. Hell yeah, geezer came through. A feather. I could pick a lock with a feather, maybe. What kind of movie is this? We're gonna do a Tai Lun escape? Inspect yourself. Oh, damn it. What? Howard, please eat. Keep your strength up. I might as well. Soup. I hate soup. It's a piece of bread and some butter in packets, too. Look at the food. This will keep me alive, but it might destroy my will to live. Just try the soup. It's thick, bland, and somehow grainy. Pocket the butter. Sure. Might need the energy later. Eat the rest. I do want to inspect myself. Ugh, this bandage is really pinching. Inspect it. The front of bandage is speckled with dried blood, some of it unnaturally dark, almost black. It's tight and pinching the skin beneath painfully. Remove bandage? Ah, that feels better. What are they doing to me while I'm unconscious? What are they hoping to find? Carefully inspect chest. I'm not bleeding. Looks like I'm fine underneath. Wonder why they bothered putting it on me. Sniff the bandage. It smells of antiseptic with undertones of earthiness. Not the iron taint of blood. Something more mellow. Is this what became of my scent? Feel the stuff on your back. I don't know if I can bear to touch it with my hands. Sometimes I can feel it shifting. Touch it. The overwhelming feeling is of something warm and living. There are hard ridges and softer pulsating plateaus. Oh god. I was doing stuff. No. Well, shit. Uh-oh. Oh, is it bugged? Oh, no. It's bugged. I can't. Oh, no. Hang on. Wait. I don't want... If it's bugged, I don't want to... I don't know how much that would be saved, though. Hang on. I closed the game. Pretend it crashed. Only because, like, I know I bugged out. I bugged out for a second. I don't want it to be, like, obstructed. I don't know how far back it'll take me. Egg nut. Hopefully there's periodic saves at least. The transformation became undone, and everything reverts back to discomfort and uncertainty, the true state of all things. Oh, it did it take me kind of far back. Things that were done to us. We are all alone. We demand a purpose. Questions bring pain. We become. Okay, now here we are. I'll be quicker. Book. Read the back of the book blurb. Continue reading. Open the cover. Read it. Open the book to the middle. Pocket. Take a look. Pocket it. Put the book down. Inspect yourself. Inspect bandage. Remove bandage. Inspect chest. Sniff bandage. Feel the stuff in your back. Touch it. This thing's a part of me now. It can't be a part of me, no fucking way. The tumor's pulsating in response. They disagree. Put bandage in pocket. Alright, cool. Just had to be quicker. Listen in. Footsteps. Were the test results sane? Hard for you too. You're not on your own. We'll have our weights to bear. Can't think straight. Need to feel breeze, fresh air. Geezer came. Huzzah. You got something for me. The note. Check my reply. It's all Clarissa in the science ape. Organic sample. It got into me, but I'm fighting. That's all I've got space for. Thanks, friend. Honk to you too. Perfect. Pick up the feather. Okay, now I'll be good for when they gas me next. Howard, please eat. Keep your strength up. Look at the food. Try the soup. Pocket the butter. Eat the rest. Nothing. And just wait for the inevitable gassing. Toilet? I'm gonna be sick. Oh! Another conversation. Yes? Please, tell me about who you really are. I suppose I owe you that much. Where to start? I'm a scientist, but there aren't many scientists like me. What does that mean? Don't be naive. Rodents do not become scientists. It's not illegal, but it may as well be. So Callisto lets you do what you love. Exactly. I get to live out my calling, and maybe, eventually, prove my kind is capable of just as much as the others. So it's all worth it? Yes, it is. The chance to practice my craft, to illuminate the darkness. That's what I've always wanted. And for others like me to get the chance one day. Clarissa kills people and sells their flesh to the apes. What are you talking about? Why would she do that? For her own gain, for power. You're a scientist, you can work it out. Even if that's true, and it's that simple, I'm sure she has a good reason for it. You need to stop with this lesser evil shit. Maybe. But I remember what my life was like before her. I felt like I was a slave to society. You traded the lives of innocents for your happiness. No, I'm working to improve the lives of the real innocents. Your name is Belle. Yes, how did you know? Found an inscription in the book. Ah, I had forgotten it was there. But yes, it's no real secret. Am I going to have time to... Bloodworth gave it to you? Bloodworth gave it to... let's see. You repressed it because the book scares you? No, Bloodworth gave it to you. And now I'm giving it to you. Maybe you'd have much preferred a radio or something, but not much signal here. I'd prefer a key or more painkillers. I know it's not much, but maybe you'll find something in the book you can use. I need to rest. As you wish. I'll be gassed any minute now. Need to resist this. Alright, more tests, but I've pocketed butter and I have a feather. Don't know how that'll help exactly, but... I feel like whatever this is, if it can pierce people... Oh, God. If it can pierce people, perhaps it'll evolve eventually. Jesus. Yeah, Belle's not inherently evil, but she's condoning all this shit and being an active participant. Yes, Miss Bloodworth. The artifact is responding to tests, yes. Of course, I'll be very careful. It was all for nothing. The act of existing is enough. I'm going to be more positive than nihilistic. This could be Howard's character arc. There is only change. What are we becoming? One with the past incarnations of self. One with the visions of future never lived. One with the myriad of identities we've chosen and those that were chosen for us. We are one. I need to get out today. I refuse to die here. How are we going to do it, huh? It's stained and stiff with blood. My blood. Sink. It's a dirty toilet with a sink on top of it. Soak the bandage in water? Maybe this will help. Now what should I do with it? I don't know. What can I do with it? Listen in. Come on, I know you're there. Howard, how are you feeling today? Shifting. I can only imagine. In any case, please get ready for the next round of tests. We'll start soon. We? Oh, he keeps saying we don't... Oh, boy. We don't blame you for this. Thank you, Howard. I wasn't asking for forgiveness, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't relieved to hear that. We are ready. Well, I got a wet bandage. Was there nothing I could do? Or are we going to escape during the testing? Please try and eat. It's important. Yum. Looks like a small chunk of overcooked fish with undercooked rice. Ponder the food? Fiends go in us. Are we what we contain? At least it's not soup. Go ahead and eat it. The fish feels like wet toilet paper, and the rice is kind of crunchy. Try to focus on absorbing the nutrients and forgetting the taste. Force it down. Ugh. Investigate mouth. Ah, there's a serious fish bone here. That could have killed me. Keep it. Why am I like this? Abandon the food. Whatever happens, I need to make sure that gas doesn't knock me out. The wet cloth! Aha! Perfect. Dinner tray. My weapon of choice. Oh, we're gonna use the wet cloth that knocks someone out. Perfect. The vent. The gas will start leaking out of it any moment. I could tie the wet bandage over my mouth like a mask. Yeah. Better than a soaking bandage into the vent. That's not gonna do anything. If it's tied around my mouth and nose, it should be effective at blocking the gas particles and buy me some time. Wrap it on my face. I feel better about that than shoving it in the fucking vent. I don't feel too bad. Sure hope this works. Gotta think fast. Belle's expecting me. Pretend to be unconscious. Yes. Risky, but if I get the door open, get her close to me. Best thing I can do. Feign unconsciousness. She has to come in and get me. I'll wait. What's on your face? Oh no, don't. Mr. Loader. Belle, stop. How are you conscious? Did the artifact somehow... We didn't want to die. I know you must hate me, but please don't hurt me. I can... We are past hating. We have to go. We are past hating. You don't have much time left. I think you should know that. The longest walk is upon us. Okay, I need these keys to get out of here. We want to see the test results. It won't help. It's mostly raw data, and they need an analyzing, comparing. We need to see that. I feel like the thing can read it, though. The file's on the computer over there. Howard, I'm so sorry. Goodbye. Affirming flame. Life is harsh, but you didn't let that stop you from being compassionate when it mattered. Yeah, alright, let's get out of here. Open door. Cameras can clearly see as well. Let's get our information and book it. I don't understand any of this shit. Wait, she said it was on the computer, right? Nah, I can't read any of that shit. I can't interact with any of it. Testing booth. I should smash this all up, but I'm so tired. I can't leave. What can I do? Oh, I see. Oh, there it is. Where are we? Science City? Belle Louise Carson. Test Day 1. First suite of tests aimed to work towards understanding of patient's physiological state through pain threshold and response. Initial tests concluded patient has a far higher, broader pain tolerance than average subjects, along with a massive spike in aggressive hormones. Full data range below. Day 2, this set of tests aim to establish a basic framework for understanding the artifact's effect on healing factors and motor control. Our initial conclusion is that, in the subject at least, the artifact has rapidly begun breaking down certain neural pathways while strengthening certain parasympathetic nervous systems. Day 3, aims of the third test suite will be to isolate RNA and DNA functions and relationship. If patient does not survive, we will perform autopsy and attempt to recontain the artifact for further study. Are you? Are you me? Are we us? Are you who I... What the fuck? Brain dump. Look into extant data on physiological trauma, linked to neuropathy, correlation, thesis, psychosomatic impact on artifact. Also, study effective immune response to common viruses of those exposed to extra-wall environment compared to intra-wall. City has immunosuppressant effect. Why? Was that mass testing? What does that mean? Test day. We are. Tests continue. There are not many of us left. Time is running out, but hope perseveres. I persevere. We cannot let the line end here. Change is preferable to annihilation. Am I actually reading this? We are all genes. Our genes are all we are. We are. Test, we are. Observations. It was bizarre seeing the growth today. It sits on the subject's shoulders like a hoodie or something. Today's tests prove that his pain tolerance is well above average, and I believe it. He's been walking around with that thing on him for days and still hasn't dropped. It's a shame we couldn't track the effect it's had on him from the start, and sometimes I wonder how much of that tolerance is him and how much is the artifact. Subject seems to be suffering nightmares. He groans, twists, and turns, even whispers to himself in his sleep. I guess if he is sleeping at all, like he's having an imaginary argument with himself. He might not have much time left. Even if I were to let him out now, he wouldn't last long. In a way, he's better off here. Of course, he doesn't see it that way. We're wasting time here. These numbers and letters are inconsequential. We must go. We must become. We must be. Is it affecting her, too? Note, his name is Howard. I don't know why I wanted to mark that down, but I felt compelled to. His name is Howard. Yeah, there's some humanity in her. Must go. We are. Must be. I guess we're done here. Can I leave? Yeah. Fuck. So, I mean, we're just gonna find Renee and then do what? I think we're... Act 4. Epilogue. This is... What? We're at the end? Are we gonna just fucking die? Hello. What's a good minister voice? Hello, Clarissa. Hello, Clarissa. Minister, wait. We're playing as Clarissa? Minister, I trust you're well. I'm fine, Bloodworth. Just busier than usual. Is the next delivery still on track? Indeed. I haven't heard from you in a week. Anything on your mind? No more than usual. I must inform you that a most peculiar incident has occurred. Someone broke into my office. Any clues who could have tipped them off? I'm insulted you would even ask me. I'm not suggesting it was you. However, the culprit could have followed the trail from you. My trail is non-existent. No one knows about our partnership. All right. I believe you. For now. Thank you. Hope you find the culprit soon. Of course. If you hear something on the grapevine, let me know, please. This could impact us both. I understand. Stay safe. Goodbye, Clarissa. Have a wonderful evening, Minister. Oh. I did not think we'd be playing as her. She moves slower. Very purposeful, sultry-like. So we're back in the bite, huh? Alright. Interesting. Still like the vibes in here. Lagoons. Oh, we have Renee here this whole time. Oh, did we try to... Was she caught after she sent that note, or... I won't be intimidated, you know. I'm not trying to intimidate you. So being summoned at gunpoint is your idea of friendly. Desperate times call for desperate invitations. You're not used to people turning you down, are you? Suze, make yourself useful elsewhere. Hey, alright, boss. I thought they were suspenders, but it's just like the holster. It's funny. How did you find me? Some junkie let slip your name to one of my dealers. Oh, I see. Larry, right? Yeah. Bloodworth, you need to tell me what... Oh my god, words. Bloodworth, you need to tell me what you know about Howard, now. He's infected with a DNA splicing organism. What organism? What do you mean? It changes your biology, your kind, from the inside. What? Where did it come from? My theory is that it was found beyond the wall. Fuck. Clarissa, please, just tell me what happened to Howard. Did you hurt him? I let him go. He escaped. Well, with all those cameras, it sounds like... Yeah, I let him go. Well, he escaped. Well, technically, he did escape. He escaped? You didn't follow him? He's alive? Where? I think he is. We could look for him, you and I. You're not that fucking smart if you think I'll go do anything with you. Is this why you brought me here? A mind like yours can surely hazard a guess. You want to find out what I know and tidy up your loose ends. Wrong. I want us to work together. I knew you were crazy, but you think I want to work with a mob boss that conspired with the ruling elite to eat the innocent? You don't know the whole story. I'd love to hear it, but I wonder how reliable the narrator will be. It helped me get control of the apes. You are a murderer. I didn't kill just anyone. They were rapists, abusers, wife-beaters. Even scum doesn't deserve to be eaten. It's done. What matters is our next step. Go to prison, that's the next step. You're smart, careful, and your ambition is limitless, like me. Stop with this. Tell me what you want from me. I want to bring down the apes and their wall. Excuse me? And I need someone to stir up a revolution. You. Are you out of your fucking mind? You and I might be the only sane people left in the city. Do you mean to literally bring down the wall? The wall is stifling. When you see what's possible beyond it, you'll know. The wall is there for a reason. There is nothing but death beyond it. I've been out there. It's safe, and more. What? What are you saying? People can live out there by their own rules. And you know this how? The tech that infected Loader, it was found there. Oh, and I had a tunnel built. Comes out far away from the wall. I can take you there if you like. I don't understand. You're working with the apes. How exactly do you think things will improve when they're not in power? Women won't have to murder their way into life of comfort. People are dying from poverty when they're dying on the hands of men. Who do you think is at fault? Sure. I can't really argue with that. Will happen slowly, inevitably like a tide? Will happen suddenly like waking up from a screaming nightmare? I feel like it's like a slow, inevitable thing, like a tide. The military, the police, they're loyal to the apes. They'll squash it before it builds any momentum. People will die. Violently. I've caused cracks in the ranks already. They can be widened. It's a lofty ambition for a murderous drug pimp. You already have power. Why risk it on something like this? It's not real power. I want the real thing. Freedom. I'll just be helping install you as dictator. No, I want the others to step up. And what's in it for me? I risk everything by trusting you? And do you expect me to forgive you? You'll have to decide that for yourself. How convenient. Have you considered you may be delusional? Maybe. I don't make promises I can't keep. Well, Bloodworth, this has been delightful. Can I go now, or is there something else? Sure you don't want to stay for a drink? You have 2 days to think. Well, I'm going to have plenty of time at home. What happens if I miss the deadline? Then I'll leave you alone. I trust you to make the right choice. Bloodworth, I still think you're a conniving piece of shit, but I'm not saying no. Be sure I'll tell you my thoughts one way or another. I look forward to working together. We'll do great things. Interesting. Well, she might have slightly, like, not that ambitious. They're, like, kind of good intent. I don't know, man. Not the best execution, literally. Renee, at last. It's been easier to get a table for two at Dorsia. I love the references in this game. Renee, at last. It's been easier to get a table for two at Dorsia than to get a hold of you. The invitation's still open, by the way. The oysters are to die for. Something came up. Personal. What was so important that you couldn't even speak to me? How's the latest draft of the chapter on my department coming along, by the way? Let's just say, things are becoming clearer to me. My girl, I'm glad to hear it. I knew if I had kept a light touch, you'd find your muse again. Where can I read the new edits? When you write them yourself. I'm not sure I understand whether you're making a joke or suffering from one of your episodes. I must say I'm in no mood for games today. I've had a better offer. I quit. You can't be serious. The others know not to poach one another's projects. You can tell me who it was, you know. I'll protect you. Or we can discuss the pay. Money's not the issue here. I need freedom. Renee, You're nothing without me. You had one failed book, and now you have the chance for greatness. You'll never have someone like me on your side again. Ooh. With you, I'd just be a puppet, chasing after us. Didn't realize your ego was quite so fragile. I thought you were a fool, but clearly you're just suicidal. Very well. See how you like me as an enemy rather than your patron. Great, this is good material for my next book. Next book, don't delude yourself. You're a pampered, failed writer with no idea how the world really works. I only regret I didn't do this sooner. Oh, we're just popping around different characters now. A beautiful day outside. No time to relax. Howard's letter? Oh, I haven't read it yet. Howard's letter to me. He didn't say where he was. Perhaps he didn't know. Think about the note. It was brave of him not to be sentimental, to warn me. Now I know we were right about Science City, but at what cost? He could still be alive. You didn't deserve this, my friend. Clarissa said people could live over the wall. Who knows? Maybe there are others there, and Howard will find them. At least he knew I was looking for him. Fuck, Howard. Why didn't you come back to me yet? Is that all my fault? I convinced him to go to Science City. Made him feel it was our last chance. Not my fault. He had the same information as me. Either way, I'll finish what we started. What would you think about Bloodworth's offer, Howard? I really wish I could ask you. Make tea, of course. You know what? A cup of tea. We need something a little hibiscus. I need some fruity notes right now. My favorite. Oh, that was her favorite. Reminds me of him. Just like everything else in this apartment we shared for a little while. I miss him. We had a real connection. It's rare. He's gone now. Maybe forever. But he gave me hope. That things could be different. That there is future. I will hold on to it. It's time. Time for what? Tea time? I feel like he'll show up. Because when he left, he was like all about finding Renee, I thought. Call Howard's mom? Oh. Come on, Renee, you can do this. You owe it to him. What am I going to tell her? Fuck, come on. Hello? Who is this? Helen Loader? My name is Renee Wilson. This is concerning your son. Oh, boy. I mean, I don't know if Howard's going to make it out of this alive, honestly. We are here. We are all who persevered. We are all who suffered. Persevered. What's the use in velication? The end is built into the beginning. We come into existence, and then we come out of it. We are a collection of dreams and mistakes. Scrapbook of a person. Tapestry of scars and eyes wide open. What became of it? What happened to us all? We tried too hard to escape the definition. We survived. We kept on. We survived. We tried too hard to escape the definition. Separate ourselves into atoms and pull by the thread of origin. Follow their path from the moment of conception and up until the nowness. What do we see? Because I feel like we're both speaking as Howard and as the artifact. The definition is inescapable. What happened once will happen again. Reconciliation of past forms and lives not yet lived. Things that happened. Things that are bound to happen. A humming harmony of a being in perpetual becoming. We are at peace. When the landscape of the past and future in its dizzying complexity is laid out in front of us, what would our choice be? There is no choice. The choice is made. We become. And we persevere. We change. We can't escape the pain. Let the pain become us. Revel in its beauty. We change, but we change nothing. Somewhere. Oh, we've got to be beyond the wall. Oh, we're walking. Still with the tie. We got really philosophical here in Act 3, huh? I see wind turbines. Or turbine. Maybe we'll find peace out here. It's getting brighter, I think. Desolate landscape. Signs of old civilizations. I don't even know this is the right way to walk. Oh, there we go. More buildings. A lot of old buildings. Shit. That the city in the background and the wall around it? Or is that just like old New York or some shit? And the fog's clearing up. Oh yeah, it's the city. We're just destined to walk this desolate landscape forever. At least we have a nice soundtrack to walk to. Oh shit. It's growing. Oh Lord, Howard. Oh, Howard. Oh. Did we... That was it? The end of Backbone? That was the end? Oh, man. I get it, but I... Oh, come on. All they did at the end there was sequel bait, and then make a very depressing ending. Hell of a journey, sure, but can I skip this? Yeah, skip the credits here. Man. That's just it. Oh, man. What are the trophies like for this game? Sins of our father. For better or for worse, you shattered the innocence of youth. Oh, I would have let him hold the badge. I didn't... Oh, I missed that. You chose to spend your time under the bridge in quiet reflection instead talking to people. Let your walls down, trust Renee from the start. Remained skeptical of Renee until she earned your loyalty. Felt a true connection and acted on it. How did I miss the connection? Lost your patience with Lewis and walked all over him. You introduced yourself to everyone honestly. You are who you are. Oh, tell everybody you're Howard Loader. Oh, this is going to be a hard platinum trophy to get. Wallace Broder. You may be a sneaky liar, but at least you kept the story straight about your alias. Brolus Howder. Your identity fluctuated throughout the investigation? What the fuck? You sniffed everything. That's funny. You learned about all the books in the game. Sometimes folks need tough love. Just be cruel to cruel to everybody. Snitch to Roger. New habits die easy. Snitch to Roger. Interesting. Well, shit. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm curious. Let me look up, what are some Steam reviews of all this? I have very mixed feel as a game as a whole. I enjoyed it a lot, but I have very mixed feelings about the ending. Very interesting. There's DLC? Oh, there's DLC. Hang on a second. What's the DLC? Oh, I'm getting excited now. The DLC doesn't look like any other things you've played in the past. Oh, yeah, that's the... What are the Backbone DLC? What is this? Features a director's script for Backbone that allows you to take a peek at the development process. Oh, okay. The script used to be a living document with scars and cuts traced all over it from almost 5 years of creative work, and it's an unprecedented source of information and inspiration for anyone who's interested in narrative-heavy games. I mean, it's interesting, but what are the reviews for Backbone? Mixed reviews, mostly positive. Tales, the Backbone preludes. Guide 4 characters through... Oh, it's coming out! Through formative moments in their lives in dystopian Vancouver. Oh, it's Vancouver, inhabited by anthropomorphic animals. Preludes. But that sounds like it comes before. You're not special, you're not a hero. Thrust into unfortunate circumstances, you find yourself with no other option than to unravel what might be your biggest case yet. There is no choice. We change, but we change nothing. Get to work, detective. Interesting. Inspired by film noir, weird sci-fi, post-Soviet aesthetics, modern political regimes, the works of Lynch and Kaufman, and existential philosophy of Sartre, if I said his name right. It is a linear cinematic narrative experience that subverts genre and challenges your perception of what it means to be a person. What are some of these reviews? Play the demo, it's about the only good part. Well, that was unsatisfying. Beautiful looking game, I cannot fault the art, but god, the story goes downhill fast. Act 1 got me hooked, Act 2 got me worried, Act 3 jumped the shark, Act 4 is a cutscene. Game looks gorgeous, but other than the looks, there's nothing in this game, not a single thing. I'd recommend it, which is excellent for 75% of the 3-hour ride. Oh, it took him 3 hours? Last few minutes of the game are a real puzzle. What happened? The developers ran out of money and had to create an ending overnight? Yeah, I was not a fan of the ending. I'm going to be short and sweet. The first 2 acts were great, and I was really getting into the story. After that, it completely lost me. I won't spoil the ending for anyone else wanting to play through it, but for those like me who aren't into the weird sci-fi mind-bending stuff, it is not a typical detective noir story. Even putting my personal likes and dislikes aside, I wouldn't say I liked how the story was told. I do wish the story didn't get so messy towards the end, and the ending was unsatisfactory. But yes, they felt the same way I felt about it. They didn't stage the end, so I was ultra frustrated when I initially downvoted the game, but actually it was still really good. I think Backbone is an example of a game worth getting for the beginning and not the end. It started out as this interesting anthropomorphic detective story. The characters were intriguing and the gameplay was fun, agreed. The story was fun and kept you hooked, but after Howard gets attacked by the artifact, the game goes downhill. It's less fun, the story is way less interesting, the gameplay isn't as fun, and it's repetitive. I went from meticulously going through each chat option to see which was best to clicking whatever just got me to the end of the game. I think this game needs to be redone. None of that alien artifact BS. Keep it like it was from the start, a detective game where they try to take down the shady shadow government. On top of that, the game is way too short. I seriously took my time for the majority of the game. It only took me 3 hours to beat. But the original story is huge. The beginning was so slow paced, but the end was rushed. If they redid the game and just okay. Good on sale. Agreed. Strong start and weak finish. Beautiful pixel art. The engine lighting and parallax effects mix really well together. The world has a nice black sad vibe. Music is stunning. Often I've stopped playing to hear the voiced songs. Most people hated the last half of the game, but I really enjoyed the plot twist. It's kind of short, but it really worth it on a sale. Expect it on a more story-rich kind of game instead of choices matter. I do agree. I like the twist. I love twists like that, where you think you know what the game is going to be like, and all of a sudden, boom, it goes down this crazy path where you're like, what the fuck is all this about? And I like the philosophical becoming, what is it to become? But I think for the ending to be Howard gets outside the city, somehow, by the way, and then just wanders off to be fully enveloped by this organism and either become something or just be assimilated into whatever this fucking thing is, like presumably like all that came before him. A wasted opportunity. And then to allude to the fact that Clarissa wants to work with Renee to bring down the government, but we don't see any of that pan out to fruition or really even We don't even know what Renee's gonna do. Like, she quit her job, so presumably she is gonna join sides with Clarissa and, you know, tell Howard's mother that Howard's gone. But, like, this game just had a lot going for it, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, that ending, I'm mixed on the ending. I loved it was cinematic. There were great moments. I love noir and like detective noir like this, and to do it in this art style in this way. I agree with that one review that said like the first like 2 acts were great. I even like Act 3 with the plot twist of this being some type of like weird organism discovered in another world. But you're gonna start building all this lore and all this world, and with the apes and high society and this whole like factions facing off against each other. It felt like it was building to something, and it never got to it. Like, it felt like it built up to it and then was like, oh, you know, there will be great things in the future, and then just kind of just like nothing from there. Disappointing ending, I'd say. It's unfortunate. I would have done things differently. And I'm curious because it says there's DLC coming this year. But, like, the Backbone Prelude. View page. Yeah. But what is the Tales? The Backbone Preludes is a post-narrative. Intertwined series of vignettes about change, circumstance, and consequence. Guide 4 characters. And the characters, they look like younger versions of who we eventually become. So it seems more like origin stories than anything else. Coming out. But yeah, it just looks like... Yeah, even the old possum, the old otter, Clarence, like he's like younger. So it's just, I mean, I'll play it because I played this, but it just seems like a prequel and more character and story. So I mean, I'm here for it, but like, oh, there's a demo. The university student hoping to make a life for himself. The journalist determined to make a difference. The heiress to a ruthless empire and her rise to infamy. The scientists unearthing what should have remained buried. Well, I've played some games before in the past where prequels also give you a little bit of like, you know, a little bit of actual like further plot development, or at least more context. So there's a chance that this could give more insight into the narrative. Yeah, it literally says, play as Howard, Renee, Clarissa, and newcomer Eli as you uncover the events leading up to the original game in this short form and highly replayable anthology. Return to the world of dystopian Vancouver to learn more about your favorite characters, or start at the beginning, and you can play Backbone and Tales in any order. I always feel like it's meant to be played in the order they came out, though. I'll play it, but I don't know. There are discussions, though. Oh, just on the page. What's the newest one? January 2nd? Are you going to hurt me again, you monsters? I still need therapy after the last game. Please don't deal any more psychic damage. I felt that. If the developer said that, it'll hurt a little. Well, I can't expect to reflect on my life decisions and question about the meaning of life for a long time and mull it over. Go on an endless loop. Backbone in this game had really good soundtracks, by the way. Alright, well, whatever. It's just basic conversation. Man, it just really is more... It's just sad and disheartening. It's really good. I liked a lot of... I saw what the studio was going for. I get that. And I'm no stranger, like, because it said, like, the works of Lynch and such. I'm no stranger to my media, film, game, television, taking weird, you know, metaphysical, weird psychological, weird, like, what's the other one I'm looking for here? Just weird turns, like theology and whatnot. Not theology. I'm missing the word, but I'm used to that, and I like it. I liked the turn that it took, so I was a fan of the twists. But then it takes you away from like where you came from, and just I don't know. It landed. The game landed, but I don't think it stuck the landing. I'll definitely replay it. I'll replay it a bunch of times. Was there a platinum trophy for this? Yes. I'll definitely replay it. There were a lot of really great moments, a lot of funny moments, a lot of dark moments, some sad moments. I'm upset because I thought that I was like opening up and like kind of romancing Renee. I would have loved to have followed that path and like shared a moment. And I thought in conversation at one point I was doing that, but maybe you only get that if you trust her from the start. Maybe that's what it is, but I don't know. Anyway, I thought for a moment it might be branching narratives, but it sounds like, you know, decisions you make might impact how people treat you, but nothing more. And then you had the character of Larry, who, like, he wanted to be there and a good friend, and he starts building him up, but then he just kind of, like, relapses, and then he just, like, a junkie back on the streets, which is sad, because I liked his character. Then you had your pal, the beaver sidekick, what was it, Talani, something like Talani, I think. And he was cool and a family man, and then you just fucking killed him. I mean, well, the parasite killed it. But that's the other question. The parasite clearly can kill, but then it just doesn't. Like, it killed it for what reason? And you to say maybe it's like, you know, to like, I don't know if it's malicious inherently or not, but like clearly it absorbs Howard at the end of all that. But like, why did it kill him but nobody else? Like, why didn't it react and kill the researcher or anybody that was attacking me? Like, nothing came of that. It just kind of was there, did one act of aggression, and then in my sleepless nights just like talked philosophy and existence with me. Philosophy was the word I was looking for. And then just talked like philosophy with me into the night. Like, it was just a lot of really good pieces that were, I don't want to say, I think that, I guess mishandled maybe is the best word. Like, I really was curious to see where that was going to go, and it didn't really go anywhere, or at least nothing that was like supremely interesting. And then you find out what happens to the girls, that they got outside the wall. Cool, to where? What is there out there? I mean, if the ending weren't so ambiguous about literally, like, the only thing the ending's not ambiguous about is the fact that Howard as we knew him no longer exists. That's it. Whether he was absorbed and died, absorbed and became a different being, whether it was absorbed and is now a part of the consciousness of the artifact, that's it. But every single aspect of the ending and like what's going to happen almost entirely is ambiguous and left up to like, oh, well, we'll see how things go. Because especially since it said epilogue, I was like, what the fuck, you're going to end it now? It's like a series being canceled after season 1, really. But, and that's just the nature of the beast, I guess, right? I don't know, man. I would have done it differently, or I would have liked to have seen them do it differently, or like work on it more. For a game like this, if I were doing it, I would have said, hey, let's do more. Let's add more into it. Let's delay it. Let's wait some more and then put something out later. Again, I get what they were going for. I don't think it's like dog shit. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's a good game that just missteps at the end there. Because like I said, I love everything about the game itself. It's great. The art style, the music, the characters, the gameplay is simple and yet effective. How you approach like the whole detective angle to it. I love the twist, and there's that sci-fi element to it. I love the commentary on society and like, you know, socioeconomics, and also like, you know, different kinds, obviously different races, in this case different species. I loved all of that. And then with the twist incorporated, I thought it was about to go in a really crazy direction. I thought, oh man, my headspace was, I thought this game was going to be a short little romp, but wow, it sounds like it's going to expand into something bigger. I loved how it was M for thematic materials, and how it was just like a gritty, dark, depraved, violent, like crime drama noir, and that was like me trying to solve the case and, you know, interview these poor innocents and try to figure out what happened to these girls and uncover more of the mystery. That was all fucking dope. It had so much going for it. And even at the end there, I do like how like Howard was becoming it and went from being like I to we, and was just kind of like becoming lost in all of this. That was cool. I liked all that. But then for that to end the way that it did, and for the future of the city and our other characters to be so ambiguous, and then didn't even get to say goodbye to Renee, just had the one, all of that is just unsatisfying. Oh well. C'est la vie. Anyway, I know I didn't have a lot of people tune into this stream this time around. That I get that, it's fine. I think this game came out, when did this game come out? Backbone came out... Oh, 2021. Not that long ago. June of 2021. I just saw some visuals in the trailer that I didn't see before, though. What the fuck was that? Was he running on a rooftop? Sorry, I should be showing this on stream, but I'm just like... Can I skip through the video? Yeah, there's one of him running on a rooftop that I don't recognize. Oh, whatever. Like the environments, like there was some wholesome moments, some good character moments. I definitely really liked the game. I really liked it. I could have loved it. I could have loved it, damn it. Oh well, whatever. I'll end it there. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate the view. Like I said, the experience was still worth it. I recommend playing it for yourself, but it's definitely a game that's not going to be for everybody. But I don't know. I just feel unsatisfied is all. But anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. That was my playthrough of Backbone. I don't know if I'll be able to play another game before the Dead Space shenanigans start, because I'm going to be revisiting Dead Space on PS3 before the remake comes out. But if I have time for another indie game, I know I just bought Superliminal too. I might play that or something like that, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. That was... I'll leave you with the... there you go. That was Backbone. Man, unfortunate. But like I said, I'll play the DLC when it comes out. Even if it is just purely prequel, I'm down. Like, I like this enough where I would play this game again, and I'll play the DLC. But, man, that ending, such mixed feelings on the ending. I agree with some of those reviews. I think they should have made the game longer. They should have changed the ending or put more story in or just developed it more. But, missed opportunity. Anyway. Thank you guys else for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of whatever game we play. And in the meantime, I don't know, have a good night. But yeah, thanks. Goodbye, travelers.